If this video found you, then congratulations, because you're one of the few. You're one of the few who are ready to step forward into a higher level of life, of service, of peace, of joy, of abundance, of prosperity, but not from a place where you're attaching your sense of worth and self to the stuff anymore. You're starting to understand that it was never about what you do or what you have or what you experience. It was about who you are. And this video has found you because in this space, I'm calling in the ones who are no longer just bypassing the uncomfortable work that it takes to actually step into their highest alignment, to actually create what their soul came here to create, to actually give the gifts of their soul as they came here to do. I'm calling in the ones who are recognizing that is a sacred mission, and it requires complete commitment. It requires devotion. It requires you to go all in. And the reason why there's so few people that actually will live at that level, despite the fact that there are many people in the spiritual space and the personal growth space and the self-help space, but most of them will just loop and loop and loop the same old circles of healing, working on themselves, hustling, grinding, fixing, but they won't actually fully step in to who they're here to be. They won't actually go all in, because they will use these things, these tools, as a comfort blanket, as a way of keeping the old identity alive a little bit longer, as a way of delaying actually stepping into their mission. Because there's this sense that I'm not it yet. And in order to claim that I am it, requires me to let go of who I thought I was. There's that great saying, right, from Marianne Williamson, that the thing that you're most afraid of, it's not your darkness, it's your light, it's your power. And that's what this is. I'm going to use a cliche here, because with great power comes great responsibility, and the responsibility is what terrifies most people. If you really take a moment and acknowledge the depth, the weight of responsibility that comes with having a soul, with being an awake or an awakening being in this reality, being someone who has received a calling and is aware of that calling. Because once you're aware of it, you can't, what do? You can't shut it off. You know that you're here for more now. Congratulations, you're one of the crazy ones. You have something inside of you that will not stop until it's been expressed and brought to the world. Whatever degree, whatever stage of this journey you're on, whether you're just starting to awaken, starting to discover who you are, starting to have this sense that you're here for something more, or whether you've been on this path for a really long time, it doesn't really matter. It's the same thing. It's the same truth, that you're one of the crazy ones. You can't shut that box once it's been opened. You can't stuff down that burning, passionate fire in your soul that knows that it came here for a reason. And you're learning that that reason was to be you, not to be someone else, not to be rich and famous or any of these things, not to create any stuff, not to do a particular thing, not to save the world. There is a unique essence that is you. Your mission is to discover that, to uncover it, to cultivate it, to express it freely with the world in whatever way it wants to be expressed, whatever way you decide for it to be expressed. This is where so many people go wrong when they think about purpose, is they think that it means I need to do something. I need to become a coach. I need to become a healer. I need to become an entrepreneur. I need to go save the animals. It's not about that. Because when you're in alignment with who you really are, what you do will flow naturally from that place. It will just feel as the next logical step. Like, to the musician, of course he's going to go and create music. To the actor, of course she's going to go and act and perform And through that, who knows what can open up when she's coming from this place of, I'm not serving my small self, I'm serving the great self, I'm serving life, I'm serving my soul, I'm serving the collective, because I know I came here with a particular role. And the blueprint for that role is inside you. And some people will hear that and they'll feel like it lets them off the hook a little bit. Because they'll go, oh, well, I've just got to be me. So they'll carry on doing the same things. They'll carry on like procrastinating and delaying and holding back and circling. And I was doing this for a really long time, by the way. I was using this spirit, this calling that I had, and this kind of knowing that I'm here for a reason, and all these things and all these like spiritual half truths that get touted around as a way to delay, as a way to bypass, as a way to have an excuse for not fully stepping into the next level of who I was here to be, to not fully commit. You know, I've been running my business for about 4 or 5 years now, and the truth is, I've never really gone all in on it until now. I've thought I have. I've gone through periods of deeply hustling, perhaps at the start, but there came this sort of three-year period where I was like, I'm not fully satisfied with the results that I'm getting. I know I can create more, but like I wasn't willing to do what it took, to be honest, because to do what it takes would require a level of devotion and commitment that I wasn't ready to give. And that's not bad or wrong, actually. If you're there, it's actually it's a great thing to acknowledge. I kind of knew deep down, I was like, I know I'm not there yet. And as I've come along, I've discovered that I was using that as an excuse to avoid fully stepping in, to avoid fully committing. I was going, well, it's going to happen one day. It's coming. It's unfolding. I'm growing. Here's the progress. And it's like, yeah, that was all linearly, relatively true. And it was also true that I was massively playing small. It was also true that I was massively holding back. It was also true that I was reaching for whatever excuse I could not to go all in. You know, to take one step forward, two back, two forward, one back, whatever, put one foot in, one foot out, whatever cliche you want to use for this. That was me. And my mind and my ego was making it all about the stuff. It was like, okay, well, the money's here and then it's not consistent. And then I try and create some things and it's not, and it was like using whatever it could. And like, oh, I'm traveling and then I'm going through this and then this is coming up and I have to heal all this stuff. And really, it was just looking for whatever excuse it could latch onto for the old identity to stay alive. For the almost me, right? The version of me that was almost there, that was becoming. I became addicted to becoming, to this identity of I'm working on myself. I'm getting there. One day it's all going to happen. That was an addiction that I've spent my last year like purging and detoxing and recognizing, oh God, yeah. I've been so addicted to this idea and this identity of being the one who is striving and becoming to one day arrive, that I wasn't actually giving myself permission to land here now as I am, to take up space now as I am, to arrive fully as I am, to recognize that there is no future destination where it all comes together. It's just you and this moment. And what you decide in this moment, who you decide to be in this moment. And the people that I work with, and when you come into my space, this is now what you're ready for. If you're still watching this video, then welcome. This is for you. Trust what you're feeling as you watch this. The people that I work with are the ones that are ready to say yes to that calling, to go all in on it, to stop deluding themselves, to stop doing what I was doing with myself for years. Because there's a decision that you have to make when you're actually standing at that threshold, which is, do I keep recreating more of the same, more of an almost life, and kind of be content here? Because it's like, you can also create, especially if you're on this path, you can create this kind of like superiority complex where you look around and you're like, well, most people aren't doing this work. Most people aren't doing shadow work and working on themselves and actually trying to create something in this world. And so the ego will use that to justify staying still at a fraction of what it's really here to do, of what you're really here to do. Do you notice that? Let me know in the comments if this is you, and make sure you like, follow, subscribe, all of that beautiful stuff. Because to really say yes to the light and the power that you have, that is a responsibility. That's a weight. But it's also, this is the paradox, saying yes to that responsibility is the only thing that sets you free. I have freedom and liberation as one of my highest values. And actually, before I stepped into this work of initiation, my brand was about liberation. It was the liberated man, the liberation vortex, all this stuff. And that's still so deeply true for me. But it was also like I was relating to it in quite an adolescent way. You know, like the Peter Pan complex, where responsibility, where freedom meant running away from responsibility. But of course, Peter Pan was never truly free because he was always running from something. In the exact same way, you won't be free until you turn around and face the responsibility of your calling and your soul and say yes to it. And that comes with grief. It does come with grief because you're going to have to let go of the half-assed, half-in, almost version of you that kept you safe, that served you for a while. You're going to have to let go of the addiction to becoming and just choose. I'm arrived, I'm here, I'm in, let's go. Let's build, let's create, let's serve, let's stop like delaying now, you know? That process is what I call initiation. That's a rite of passage that you have to take. Because you've got to purge the old story. You've got to go into the body. You've got to meet where you're still holding on to the almost reality and give it what it needs, which is your loving attention without identifying to it. That's the key. That's what most of us don't know how to do. You've got to recognize the parts of you that have been playing small, the things that you keep spiraling, the things that you kind of shame and judge yourself for, but also there's a part of you that kind of likes it. If you notice, like when you repeat that loop, you know, you hit some kind of ceiling in business or relationship and then you crash back down. Have you noticed that when you hit the bottom of that loop, a part of you is relieved? A part of you loves it. A part of you is like, yeah, thank God I'm here again. Now I've got an excuse. Everything's fallen apart. Blah, blah, blah. These things come up again. Right? This is called the existential kink, that there's a part of you that really gets off on your own story, on your own victimhood, on your own illusion of powerlessness, on your own inability to actually fully create what you want. And of course, it's not an inability. It's just a game that you're playing. You have to go and meet that part because it will keep running the show. It will keep running the show if you don't. And so that's why I say congratulations if you're seeing this, because you're one of the ones that are ready. If you're still watching this, you won't be watching this if you don't feel it. So what I want to invite you to do, please drop a comment, because I want to create some energy in this space. Share this video with someone who needs to see it. Most importantly, the next step for you, if you feel this, is to step into the crossing. The crossing is a free 25-minute session. It's a threshold. It's a moment that I will hold you very directly, very cleanly to the choice that you know that you need to make, the choice that you've been avoiding, which is literally the choice of what needs to die so that you can actually go all in on what you're here to build. That's the difference in this space. This isn't just one of those videos that's just telling you nice things where everything comes together and everything's going to happen for you. I'm not here to tickle your ego. I'm here to help you break free from it, to integrate it, to stop letting it run the show. Because my mission, what I'm here for, my responsibility is to your soul, is to your gifts. Because I know that's what's needed. That's what you want. That's what the world needs. It's not comfortable. It's time that we did away with this addiction to comfort and to, sort of spiritual niceness as a way to avoid and bypass. This is a warrior's path. Yeah. But that's also what you came here for, and you love it. You want it. You know it. You're ready for it. And the crossing is the next step. So you can head to the link in the description below. Make sure you like and subscribe, all of that good jazz. And I'll see you in the next video, because it is time, baby. It is time. It's time to serve and it's time to build. It's time for you to be initiated. So I'll see you in the crossing.